Sure, there are lots of strong superheroes, from Superman to the Hulk, to even Sonic the Hedgehog. Trust me, he's more of a dog than he looks. But alas, we enter the anime universe, which has many dogs of its own, including Saitama from One Punch Man, who is broken strong. We've seen him smoke several alien packs throughout the series, and I haven't even cracked season 2 yet, so get off me. But we're not here to talk about me today.
No.
We're here to talk about what makes Saitama different from others, what his superpower is, and how the he is so broken. Well, the answer is quite simple. It's his ability to be consistent. Consistency is one of the main keys to success. There's no way around it. From examples like Big Sean's consistency making his success look like luck in the event of him meeting Kanye West and getting to rap for him before graduating high school, when in reality he was simply prepared to act when opportunity arrived, having consistently worked on his craft since he was a kid.
I would write a new verse every week and I was super nervous. So I had done that for about a year straight already by the time I met him. So I was used to rapping under pressure.
Right.
So when I saw him and was delivering it, it was just like I had so many raps in my head already. I had my CDs ready. I had a bio ready. I had everything ready. And it's crazy because ever since I was 11 years old, single thing I had done so far led up to that moment.
2. Examples like the consistent failure and consistency of many 2017 clout era rappers, which ultimately led to their downfall, which DJ Academics gave a legendary rant about. Check it out.
You rappers who was popping in 2017, y'all are a fucking disgrace. I got no sympathy for y'all. You were lazy, drug addict, you were a bum, fell in love, you did everything but keep at it. I don't like niggas who make mistakes and make excuses. This is here today, gone tomorrow. It's for every artist I see him all go. Cause you know why? They see a nigga like me, I never fell off. I've been popping for 10 years and I ain't trying to stop. You know what they say? Yo, IQ came up. I ain't came up, nigga. You fell off. I ain't come up. You was bigger than I ever could be. But you fell off. So you look at that nigga who stayed consistent. Oh man, yo, IQ really did it. No, you didn't do it. You fell off.
We see that consistency, the act of showing up every day and putting on for what you believe in, is key to getting known, which unlocks many, many doors that often lead to success. This means to perform in a way that doesn't vary too much in quality at steady intervals over time. Do what works and do it regularly. It's almost a nod to the old adage, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Though keep in mind that this needs to be done in balance. Let's look it up. Consistency, the achievement of a level of performance that does not vary greatly in quality over time. Also, the way in which a substance, typically a liquid, holds together, thickness or viscosity, having to do with those. Now, let's look at it as an adjective. Consistent. Acting or done in the same way over time, especially so as to be fair or accurate. Unchanging in nature, standard, or effect over time. I also like this one. Compatible or in agreement with something. Now, while consistency is definitely key to success, meaning to show up and do something at a constant quality over time in regular intervals, I believe it goes a little further than that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like those definitions about how substances hold together and viscosity and things being in agreement with other things and stuff, but consistency isn't just a concept that's basically just another word for repetition or some success principle. It's a quality of nature. Even if occasionally in flux, nature is also consistent. Consistency is analogous with the masculine or yang quality of nature, stability, and the ability to persist, whether physically or in pure deed or doing, if that makes any sense. If this quality didn't exist in nature, our perception of reality would be far more chaotic. The environment would be too volatile to facilitate life or survival. And our lifespans would be very, very short and sporadic, if we even got a lifespan. Nature and our reality and everything in it, for the most part, is in a balanced state of yang and yin, of stability and variation or change. This balance of energy, or chi, involving consistency and variation, is essential to success, the very structure of existence, and Saitama's power. What is this dude's power even? Like, what is his power? Once again, Saitama's power is his ability to be consistent. He literally embodies the saying that habits beat heroics. Right? Like, he's literally just a normal dude after all, but is still able to accomplish feats of strength that put countless other superheroes to shame. The creator of One Punch Man even stated that when he set out to create Saitama, he began his arc different from the standard anime hero. This standard hero usually starts out needing a lot of work at the beginning of the story, but ends up usually becoming something like the strongest by the end of the show. Well, Saitama's just built different. The creator of One Punch Man designed Saitama to be end-of-show strength on day one, leaving him no choice but to consistently decimate everything in his path. Which is why his face is pretty much stuck on apathy. He just looks bored all the time. Cause he's just so consistent. Seriously though, whether it's explicitly stated or not, Saitama's power and technique goes beyond the physical and actually enters the realm of Qigong, which is in reference to energy. In that, energetically, he's aligned with his purpose, in thought and feeling, as well as in spirit, and is thus aligned with the divine masculine, yang, positively charged aspects of nature, which are all about the physical and mechanical aspects of nature, as well as purposeful striving towards expansion, power, mission accomplishment, and freedom, giving him the incredible yang ability to manifest his internal fighting intentions and energies outwardly in a mechanical, physical way, which is basically the strength to smoke anything with one punch. This is why Saitama is so broken. He is consistent with yang energy in every way. And to be consistent with the yang flow of nature, to be in flow state, is how Saitama one-shots everything. He's in perfect flow with yang energy and gets a critical, super effective hit every time. Coincidentally, this also means that the consistency of his physical body is damn near indestructible and goddamn unstoppable. Now listen, bitch. Let's talk about energy real quick. Masculine or yang energy is all about manifesting outward, penetrating or pushing through barriers, expansion, consistency, remaining steady, being hard, unmoved, putting it all on the line, and breaking free to accomplish the mission. Masculine energy grows through challenge. Think war stories, dangerous acts of heroism, sports playoffs. These things are all of a masculine yang essence. especially sports, in that they're all about expanding, achieving freedom, overcoming an obstacle, and accomplishing the mission. Now, for the sake of video length and staying on topic, I'm gonna talk about feminine energy in another video. But just know that feminine energy, regardless of gender, is, in a nutshell, all about attraction, acceptance, and receptiveness. Seeking connection, manifesting inward, and expressing or adding variation relative to the consistent structure. And feminine energy grows through praise. All nouns, aka people, places, and things, contain a percentage of both masculine and feminine essence, both yang and yin energy, and can animate either at any point, depending on circumstance. However, keep in mind that things will have a tendency towards one more than the other, generally speaking. What does this have to do with One Punch Man? Or how Saitama was broken, you ask? Huh? Well, let's consider my earlier statement. Consistency is a quality of nature. It's the masculine quality of nature. It's also the key to success, the stable continuation of existence, and also Saitama's power. And what the is more masculine than One Punch Man? Huh? I mean, somebody like Macho Man Randy Savage is a great example of a masculine man after all, right? Stereotypically speaking. But Macho Man Randy Savage is actually a more feminine example than One Punch Man Saitama for the purposes of our example, if you ask me. Why? Simple. He's got more drip. And drip, believe it or not, is a feminine quality. Randy has, or had, long hair at one point, swag, muscles, shades, he's making faces, you name it. These are all extra expressions beyond the structure of just the Macho Man part of the Macho Man Randy Savage. One Punch Man, on the other hand, no frills, simply gets the job done. He's a guy, he's bald, his expression remains steady. He doesn't like to do a lot of talking. He stays focused on his mission, regardless of outside circumstances. And he accomplishes the mission with, you guessed it, One Punch! Every time. Consistently, too. I hope I'm being repetitive enough, but let's look at him. From his thoughts, always thinking about his own mission. For example, thinking about needing to go to the grocery store mid-fight. Down to his punches. He consistently destroys everything he hits. This makes him consistent with his name, One Punch Man, or rather the name of the anime, his persona, and the accompanied promise those things entail. Additionally, this also makes him consistent with the yang energy in general, and the masculine aspects of nature. Consistency, aka a key to success. One could also say his key to success. Alright, so since YouTube and Bandai Namco wanted to jump me for putting in this clip, we gotta do this instead. Here is Saitama's secret training regimen, as told by Saitama. Now listen, I ain't gonna keep telling you, motherfucker. The most important thing is to make sure you stick to this intense training regimen. Listen, don't touch me. Listen, you just have to keep doing it.
No matter how hard it gets, consistency and persistence are the key ingredients in this Krabby Patty. It took me 3 years of hard work to get this song, so pay attention now. I did 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and ran 10 kilometers each and every single day. And of course, I made sure to eat 3 meals a day. Even if it was just a banana in the morning, that was fine to get my potassium, baby. But the most important thing is to never use the air conditioner in the summertime or the heater in the wintertime, so that you can strengthen your mind and build willpower. At first, you might wish you was dead. You might start to think, what's the harm in taking a day off? But for me, in order to become a strong hero, no matter how tough it was, even if I was spitting blood, I never stopped. I squatted until I couldn't squat no more, but I kept squatting anyway. I did push-ups until my arms started making weird clicking noises, but I kept pushing. And after about a year and a half of putting myself through this hell, I started to notice the difference. My hair couldn't take no more and got up and walked off my head, but I felt stronger than ever. Now, you may not believe it, but the only way to become stronger is to train so hard that your hair fall out.
He continuously pursued his mission of becoming the strongest hero by following a regimen every day for 3 years. He did it like clockwork, like the sun rises and falls every day and every night. He stayed committed to his purpose, calloused his mind, unified his thoughts and emotions on one task, and flowed in sync with yang energy, aka the outward manifestation of power. Yeah, this dude pretty much became David Goggins. Though Saitama's power is that he doesn't quit. His power is that he's consistent. He broke his limiter and exists in a state of flow that's aligned with the yang energy, of accomplishing a mission, breaking free in that no one can stop him, and resultantly, he lands nothing but critical hits every time he strikes, which shines through in his power and the momentum that his muscles can generate. Right? I mean, momentum is built up via consecutive and consistent rotations or repetitions. For example, wheels, muscles, firearms, the aging process via rotations around the sun. You get it? Momentum is the result of consistency, and consistency builds momentum. This is where Saitama's secret training regimen comes into the mix. His daily regimen for 3 years may have been simple, but it wasn't easy. See, that's the thing about consistency. It makes things look easy. Excellence makes things look easy or lucky. And excellent people are only excellent or get lucky because they were consistent. They've done prior preparation and continue to prepare so that they don't gotta get ready when opportunity arrives. That's why Genos was hating. He just couldn't understand that. But it's the consistency of Saitama's actions with his beliefs that makes all the difference. And it's this alignment with the yang energy of nature that makes him so broken. It's less about what Saitama did and more so about how he did it. He did it with unity of mind, body, spirit, and mission. And he did it with absolute certainty as well as consistency, which may actually be his one shortcoming if he has one. He surpassed his limiter, yeah, but he hasn't maxed out yet. He's strong, but not quite as strong as he could be. Saitama can't fly or use chi, haki, nen, chakra, or any type of energy attacks because he's too on the yang side to access the depths of his yin potential. You know, consistency has its downsides too. You can be too consistent and run the risk of becoming stale, like those crazy clout era public pranksters like Boom or Supreme Patty, or even like the Baby's music. Or you can be too consistent and end up getting downloaded, outclassed, and defeated like many a great UFC champion. This is why consistency's relationship with variation needs to be in balance. With variation, we see growth, the wrestling with vulnerability, which taps into creation and innovation, ultimately leading to higher levels of potential. The masculine yang energy is immensely powerful indeed. We see it personified through Saitama in the way of consistency and the fact that habits do indeed beat heroics. However, you don't want to be too habitual with it, but to maybe do it a little different. I mean, right? Saitama has the basic structure down of what it means to be a superhero. He can beat anyone up and save everybody. But he's become bored with that because he's no longer being challenged. You know, it's true that habits do beat heroics, but once you get stuck in a habit or a routine, you might just need a hero yourself to come save you. And that hero would be variation. Because while he has no more physical limitations, he is still placing limitations on himself. This is what the S-Class hero King had to say in response to Saitama claiming that life is boring and lonely now that he's so strong. Approximately. Come on, man. You say you're bored, but you refuse to even challenge yourself. I used to be just like you, man. But guess what? Life's an endless journey. And in order to have new experiences, you gotta walk down different routes. You see, I think you've mistaken becoming strong with reaching your destination. But I don't think the end game is that simple for a hero. It's not about seeking satisfaction from fighting, man. It's about being courageous and taking action for the sake of others. That is what truly gives a hero their meaning, man. So, in that respect, you're still not the ultimate hero. Which means that much more remains for you in the pursuit of your highest ideals, dude. Which also means that thinking you're done growing is totally shallow and arrogant sounding, man. What's up with that? This would mean that Saitama needs to switch it up. To broaden his horizons and to open his mind. Because One Punch Man's one-track mind and alignment with the yang trait of consistency has actually led his actions to be inconsistent with his spirit, with his innate desire to expand. Yang energy does not stand alone, and it doesn't necessarily stand supreme either. There's equally, if not greater, reserves of immense power in the feminine, within the yin energy. Like we talked about earlier, masculine energy grows through challenge. And what's more challenging to the masculine than the feminine? Than variation, than the unknown, than vulnerability? Not much. That's why the energies need to be in balance. Which we'll talk about later. If you, however, are interested in balancing your own energy, hit up Godhand Reiki and Acupressure.com to book a Reiki session. But anyway, If you liked the video, slash that like button, cousin, and I'll see you next time on Wukong's world. Live in your world, dream in mine. Continue to swing like Saitama, and I'll see you next time.
Keep comparing while you playing yourself. We unattached and on the move into the beach today. Playing the sun. Golden sands is where the castles are. Ran like David Hasselhoff. Everything around us in slow motion. Watch me kick sand castles. Knock some kids over. I took like 6 Xans, but I'm still sober.